Alright guys, I've been wanting to tell this story for quite a while because it's the funniest thing that ever happened in my life basically. Back when I was in high school, I was in woodshop. I think it was like 10th grade. And I had to go to the bathroom really bad. So sure enough, I went and signed the hall pass that you needed to go to the bathroom. And the worst part was I was on the bottom floor in woodshop and the closest bathroom was on the next floor up. So I had to walk way across, get to the stairwell, and then go up to the restroom. And sure enough, it's probably at least a minute and a half walk. And then I get to the restroom and I'm like, oh, I finally made it. I'm going to be okay. And the whole way up there, you don't think you're going to make it. So I made it in there. And the way it was set up, there was a regular stall with a door, and then there's a stall for handicapped people, and it does not have a door on it. So I opened the one with the door, of course, because that's where I want to go for privacy. And sure enough, kids must have been smoking in the bathroom because there were cigarette butts all over the seat. I was like, oh, I can't go in here. So what do you know, as I'm rushing out of there to go over to the one without the door, it starts coming out. I had no way of stopping it. And sure enough, I just started pooping myself. That's simply put. And so I tried to clean it up as best I could. It was so bad. I just got new shoes. It was all running down my leg and everything. And so my Xbox is yelling at me because I'm talking. Okay. And sure enough, I cleaned up as best I could and I tried to act normal. But you can only clean up so much of that. So I go back to class and immediately everybody is like, oh, what's that smell? What's that smell? They let a dog in here, it stinks. So sure enough, I make it through that class with everybody complaining the whole time and they're wondering and whatnot. So I go to the next class. And the same thing's happening. I make it through that class, 45-minute class. And then I'm like, I got to do something about this. I got to go ask to go home or something. So I go up to the office and I tell them what happened. And as I'm in there, they're calling on their walkie-talkies, the janitors and everything. They're calling and saying, oh, we got to find this issue. I think there's a sewage backup. So sure enough, I'm in there asking if I can go home, and they're like, well, let's see what we can do. They couldn't get a hold of my parents because they were out for the day. They were shopping and whatnot because it was like noon. And sure enough, I'm just like, I got to get out of here. I can't sit here like this. So the assistant principal comes up, and he's like, we'll give you a pair of shorts, gym shorts from the basketball team if you can make it through the rest of the day. I'm like, that's not going to take the smell off me. There's no way of getting rid of this. So sure enough, they have me sit in the office, and then they finally get a hold of my parents. Thankfully, my stepdad finally called back, and they were like, okay, you can go. But that was just torture. And as I was sitting in the office, they said, oh, we found the problem in the bathroom. We found where the issue's coming from. And they called from the office and they're like, oh yeah, he's in here. I'm just like, oh, what a nightmare. I mean, that was so embarrassing. And the funniest part is not very many people know, but I figured I'd put it out there now so people would know because it was just hilarious. I think back about it now and just laugh. That's all you can do. I mean, I went home and I had to basically throw away my clothes and shoes, and my stepdad made me sit on a towel in the front seat of the van. But I'm sure it all happens to all of us, but I just wanted to put it out there. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks.